Hi, you're watching Rainbow Rocks Beauty. This look is actually inspired by Hilary Duff in her new video. It's basically the really choppy lashes and then the super cool toned light pink lip. I thought it was really pretty and flattering on her, so I wanted to recreate it. The main learning focus of this video is going to be on how to cut up your lashes and apply them in pieces in order to make them more comfortable. If you want to learn how to do that and see how to recreate this look, then just keep watching and don't forget to subscribe. So first I'll be priming my eyes with MAC Painterley Paint Pot using a dense synthetic brush like usual. And I just spread this all over my lid up to my brow bone, and I also kind of push it into the inner and outer corners of my eyes because I do get a lot of redness and puffiness and purpleness there. So I'll just pack that in until it's all blended out and there aren't any like harsh lines where it's put. And then I'm going to take the Wet n Wild Color Icon contouring palette in the color Caramel Toffee. It's got a pretty neutral contouring shade and a pretty much skin tone for me highlighting shade. So I'm going to take the contouring shade and I'm going to start pushing this into my crease. Hilary Duff doesn't have like a lot of eyeshadow going on in her music video, so we're just going to do like really basic eye contouring. So I'm taking a brush that's kind of paddle shaped. This is by Japanesque, and I'm just pushing this into the crease of my eye. And like I said in my last video, I kind of like to have my eye open while I'm pushing it into the crease because it will make that perfect crease line that occurs while your eye is open, and then you can just blend upward from there, if that makes sense. So I turn the brush to the side, push it into my crease, and blend back and forth, and we'll blend it out with circular motions later. And then I'm going to grab the highlight shade, which is, like I said, basically my skin tone, but it is matte. And I'm just going to pat this onto my lid with a flat brush. I'm going to try and pack it all the way up to my crease, and then when I get up into my crease, kind of push it up into my crease, just like I did with the contouring shade. And I'm just going to bring it all the way across my lid. It's okay if some of this covers up the contouring shade because we're just going to go back in and add a little bit more, but I'm just patting it on until my lid is nice and light. And then I'm also going to place it underneath my brow bone and then also on the inner corner of my eye to put a little bit of highlight there and also to set the concealer that I used to carve out my brows. Next, I'm going to blend everything out using a fluffy brush. This is a Sigma E40, and I just basically use circular motions going back and forth, really light-handed, like I'm barely even holding the brush with like my thumb, forefinger, and middle finger, and I just use really light strokes to blend that out. And then I'm adding a little bit more of the contour shade to cover up what got in the way from our highlight shade. And then I'm going to pat a little bit of the contour shade on my outer corner just to put a little bit of dimension there as well. And then for eyeliner, I'm just going to tightline my upper waterline using a black kohl pencil. I think this is the Marc Jacobs one that was a sample for a 100-point reward for Quora. And I'm just going to literally look down at my mirror and fill up my upper waterline. And then I'm going to curl my lashes, and I'm going to curl them really strong so that they're nice and long because that's kind of the key to this lash look that we're going for. And then I'm just going to coat my lashes, and again, I'm going to use back and forth motions with the wand to give my lashes a lot of volume and make them as long as I can. And then as I get closer to the top of the lashes, I just pull up to kind of, you know, bring them up like the opposite of gravity, if that makes sense. And I'm just going to pull them up and make them nice and long, and that's what's going to make applying the individual lashes a little bit easier. This mascara is my favorite. It's L'Oreal Voluminous. And then I'm going to cut a pair of Ardell Wispies into 3 pieces of 2 clusters, because if you've seen them, they're kind of in clusters and it'll look like that. And then I'm just going to begin by putting on the lash glue and applying them. I cut out a cluster from the outer corner of the lashes, the middle, and the inner corner so that we have 3 clumps of 2 that we can literally apply to our lashes in that fashion, the longer to the medium to the shorter. And I just use this little tweezers from Salon Perfect, and I push them onto the lashes. Get as close to your lashes as possible. I almost kind of glue them on my lashes. So I kind of place them on my lashes and then just adjust them while the glue is still tacky to my skin and to my eyelashes. So again, with the middle piece, another clump, and I just place them on there. I adjust them with the tweezers. I push them in, and then I kind of squeeze them together with my natural lashes so that you can't see the band as easily, basically. and again with an inner corner piece, and so that we have 3 choppy kind of pieces, a lot like Hilary Duff had in the video. And I squeeze them together with my regular lashes, and I let the glue, as the glue is drying, I push them into my kind of lash line slash actual lashes. You want to get them as close as possible since we're not wearing a thick, you know, winged eyeliner or anything. And so now between these 3 pieces, you are gonna have kind of a gap. So we're gonna take little tiny like single flare lashes from Salon Perfect, and we're just gonna fill in those gaps with those. So the flare lashes come with a long, medium, and short. So I'm literally gonna put the long on the gap on the outside, the medium on the gap in the middle, and then I'm actually putting the short piece on the very inner corner, like more in than the inner corner piece of the Ardell Wispies that we used, because it was lacking a little bit of volume there, and in the video she has volume all the way across her upper lash line. So to do this, I basically do the same thing. I place it with the tweezers and then I push it in, and then I kind of squeeze it together like you see here with my natural lashes. And next I'm just going to contour my face after my foundation's done, obviously, and I'm going to do a pretty strong cheekbone contour because Hilary Duff has those like really high, sharp, beautiful cheekbones, and so I'm just using a nice cool tone shade, which is actually the one that we just used on our eyes, and I'm going to contour the cheekbones and then contour a little bit of my forehead just to make it a little bit smaller, and then I'm going to contour my nose. I'm just going to sharpen the edges and make my nose look a little bit thinner, and then run it across the center of my nose to stunt the length a little bit. And then I'm going to put it on my Cupid's bow to make my lips look more full. And then for blush, I'm taking the Maybelline Dream Bouncy blush. It is a cream blush. It's in the color Fresh Pink. And when we apply this, what you want to do is take a duo fiber brush because it's not too dense, and you just want to take a little bit of product on it, just enough until you can actually see it on the brush, and pull it against your contour. I don't ever want to swirl too much or press too hard. I literally just pull back and tap because it is a cream product and you don't want it to wipe off your foundation. And then next I'm going to highlight using my Physicians Formula Eyebrightener in Natural Eyelight. And I'm just going to hit the tops of my cheekbones and my T-zone like usual, and then I'll just set my face with translucent powder because the foundation I used was the Maybelline Dewy foundation, which is really dewy and sticky, which isn't a bad thing, but I just want to set the T-zone a little bit in the places where I know I will crease from experience. And then back to my eyes, I'm just going to literally just take the contouring shade and use kind of a brush with the flat top and just run it under my lash line for just a little bit of depth. Like I said, she did not have a lot of eyeshadow going on. The focus was entirely on lashes. So we'll do the bottom lashes same way as the top, just get a lot of volume going there. And then for my lipstick, I have the exact shade that I think she's wearing, or at least it's like literally a dupe for whatever she's wearing. It's MAC Saint Germain. So this is not a matte lipstick, it is a cream satin finish lipstick, but it is very, very pigmented, so once you put it on, it's on. And I'm just gonna literally fill my entire lips with it. I don't think it necessitates a lip liner. I'm just making sure that I use the tip on that inner corner when I wanna overdraw my Cupid's bow a little bit, and I make sure to use the edge of the lipstick when I'm going onto the edge of my lips so that I can get a really nice sharp line there. And that's it, you guys. You've got these big choppy natural lashes and these beautiful cool toned pink lips just like Hilary Duff. I hope you enjoyed, and don't forget to subscribe.